go again. I'm actually just gonna start over. Maybe there's a good reason for that. It's different now, living not by myself. Welcome to my new life and the remnant of my house. This is most of what's left. So I guess I'm gonna retell what I was just telling and how I realize it's been some time and I've had a lot of things to digest and work through, and I've gotten a lot of answers that have kind of come in bits and pieces, and the whole story will come out, I'm sure. If anyone's curious, I don't know if any more than 2 or 3 people actually watch this, and that's fine, or watch it for more than 3 or 4 minutes. Some people do, some people don't. But I think that the purpose in not recording lately is waiting for a few people to leave the room. That's all that I can think. I know that happened, and so I have gotten a lot of information, but nothing to put out so far. But today I got a lot. So I don't know if I'm gonna break it up or not, but I made myself some notes, and I guess I got interrupted earlier, so maybe I was saying things that it's not time to say yet. So I guess I'll go back to my list here because I have a lot. So my dad, it was just kind of funny. My dad told a story at dinner last night about something about a friend of his had told a story about when he was a kid. Basically, they got what they got and they were grateful for it, right? And so I don't know if it was him or his little brother or somebody, some kid didn't like his food and didn't want to eat it. And so I guess on the weekend, the mom made like all this yummy brunch food, and they all sat down to eat. And the kid that didn't want to eat his food the night before, he didn't get any. So I guess this kid was upset and thought that his mom was mean for not, blessing him with the good spread after he was, ungrateful and complained about what he didn't want to eat. And so his dad, instead of saying anything, and I mean, it's a different time. I'm not going to judge the situation, but so his dad's response to this kid who was whining that his mom was mean, picked up a glass of milk and chucked it at him. And that was his response. So I didn't think much about it until today when I'm in my study and talking to God the way that I do. And we're talking through some things, and I'm frustrated at this point, even though I have gotten so much information, not even about the situation that I was going through, about so many things. I will tell you, if you're pestering God for like how things work and like the secrets of the universe, be careful what you wish for. He's got a lot to say. There's a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, we talk, and so I was talking through some things and still again frustrated because I feel like it keeps getting like drug out longer and longer and longer, and I keep waiting for a few missing pieces of the puzzle that are really difficult for me to understand. Basically, and just the people did some really terrible things, and maybe it wasn't their intention. I'm sure it was just to bully me or scare me, but I could have really gotten hurt, or anybody else in my car could have really gotten hurt. And it kind of freaks me out that somebody just, I don't know if you think like it's a game or like you get a kick out of just screwing with people, trying to control a situation that you shouldn't. It's really sick. And so I have a hard time digesting some of that, in the fact that real live adult people went so far, and like not one person like did anything to correct it or make it right. And whatever, people are gonna do what they do. And I will tell you one thing about faith and God is that he has so much power to restore anything to your life, and as long as you have that faith, he certainly will. But sometimes, even if you have that much faith, even if you talk to God every day, it gets frustrating because you just want to know things that maybe you're not ready to know. Who knows? But I got frustrated today because I was just like, I just want to know, like, who was the person, like, who was the sick, foolish person that, like, pulled that trigger, that decided that was okay. It freaks me out a little bit. So it's disturbing. And I guess I was just like tired of waiting, and just got mad and quit and went out to the kitchen. I was gonna make a cup of coffee, right? After nothing bad happened to me except for a heartbreak like I've never experienced before, for sure. Definitely, like, that's the worst of it. Nothing worse happened to me than those like horrible almost 2 years already. And so I am very grateful, and sometimes I forget that I should be so grateful. And so I was mad at God for not telling me everything that I want to know. And I go out to the kitchen to get a cup of coffee, and I took the creamer out of the fridge and opened the lid to shake it, and it exploded everywhere, all over me, on my dad, all over the floor that I had just cleaned because I dropped something else the day before, because I just forgot that I had already opened it when I had coffee earlier. And so it was just funny because immediately I thought of the story that my dad told about this kid complaining that his mom was mean for not blessing him with like the magnificent brunch spread, and then his dad didn't say anything. He just threw the milk at him. So Jesus does that. He's a hard dude sometimes. But I feel like he still always gives you a warning first. And he doesn't throw the milk at you unless you ignore it. So I don't want to overwhelm anyone. I'm gonna stop there. But it's so nice to be talking again. I have so much more to say, just not today. I love you so much, unconditionally, absolutely. I am so grateful. I am so blessed, even though sometimes I forget. So hello, I'm still here. Everything's going really well. It's different, but it's good. So let that be a lesson to you. It was for me. Good night.